G'day guys, it's father time. Welcome in. We're going to do some Daily Race B. We'll see how it turns out. I'm hoping for a good day. Right. And we'll just check the live chat is working. I'm also going to just have a little fiddle around, as is traditional when I start a stream, because everything's all over the shop when I first start. I'm always terribly hunky. I'll just push a few things around. Getting pushy. We've got a pretty fair day here too outside, so there's a few whales out there and stuff like that, so there's a bit of activity out there to look at too. All right, view my channel, make sure that I'm up live. All right, I'm definitely up and live. I'm just fiddling around at the moment, guys. Just give me a few moments to sort stuff. G'day, Carl, good morning. Everything sounds good. So I'll give myself a thumbs up. Right, I better get entered. Oh, it's only a few minutes before the race happens. Right, everything seems to sound good, according to my friend Carl. He said everything sounds okay. Dad life. I understand you're busy, man, doing your thing. When you come back, make yourself known. Oh, my Lord. I haven't even done a warm-up lap. Good Lord. This isn't going to be pretty. This is definitely not going to be pretty. Oh, there's no doubt that I'll be plebbing it up nice and early, because I always start very, 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 very poorly. Rather slowly. Alright, let's have a look at our settings, see what we got. Alright, I better at least do a couple of laps just to see what it's like. We got a fair time. We'll start middle of the field probably, but it'll be fun. First race of the day, I'm always terrible. I mean, always terrible. G'day, Carl. How are you, mate? Thank you for joining. Always a pleasure to have you here. Yeah, can you just check to make sure that your voice is going on the stream? Yeah, it's a pretty hectic race. It's been set up and it's pretty tall. Roger. That might be something to do with my end. I'll have a look after the race, eh? We'll see how it goes. Are you in this race? Ah, that's the right stuff. Well, it's not being shared, or it is shared, or we can hear your voice in the stream. Perhaps we can. Start right. I don't know. It is? The voice has not been shared? Okay, well that might be in the settings on my end. No, after the race. Roger. Carl and I are having a discussion about the audio and first race of the day, and always going to be very orderly. Move, Ed. Beautiful car you're driving there, mate. Sorry, Ed. Put that down to my unkiness first lap. It's going to take a while. Go, Ricky, how are you, mate? Had a good trouble getting the power down properly there. I'll make that up now on Friday. He's entitled to it. He's beat me too. So I'll back off the Otherwise, we just end up in a situation. It's the first race of the warm-up race. Young Rob behind me. It's going to take a bit of time to get him to see, but everybody knows that it's true. Yeah, Rob's pretty good, you know. He's always been a good driver. Certainly a long way off pace at the moment, but it'll take a while. Yeah, I'm in the striker. I had a double shift in there. Oh, Ed Gracias behind me on Nash Yanko. I think they're using it. Hooray! I actually found the bottom of the apex there. That was good. It's a nice change. But we'll get up to track speed sooner or later. Oh, I don't think Rob did anything wrong. Oh, I don't think he did anyway. Oh, it was mainly me, Carl. It was just, you know, I'm very, very slow this first race. As I sort of like have to find track speed, you know. But, you know, I'll get there shortly. A lot of these guys are, and I think Rob's trying to get the position backwards. A lot of these guys have been doing the race, you know, so they're up to the track speed. I'm a bit off, you know, but I'll get there. Rob would never deliberately get a record for that. Yeah. Yeah, I see that, Ricky. I saw you said that the other day. Sorry to hear that one out. Yeah, you should do the car cockpit, you should, for sure. nothing like surrounding yourself with a sense of realism. And it just heightened the experience if you actually build a full cockpit, type thing. Yeah, I actually have seen a few photos of really good, cockpits, and people can, the amount of tools that are available these days. Like in Australia, our hardware superstores are called Bunnings, 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 and the amount of tools that you can get to just build something and shed it, and they're relatively cheap these days too. They may not be the world's greatest build, but replay, save replay. Okay. Delta Plus had some sort of problem with me. I don't know. I must have done something. I don't remember doing anything. I have no idea what he's talking about. It was the first race of the day, so I don't know. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to do some repair work on my hand too. Already lost the covering for my right hand thumb. I'll change it over to the others. Actually, I'll put the get the ocean going. It's a reasonably nice day outside, so we'll put the ocean up there. Oh yeah, OBS, right? Oh, not OBS. I don't think it's in OBS. It's it'll be in the won't it be in the settings for what do you call this thing that we're doing? Discord, yeah. Oh, right, okay, Carl. Message Carl. I don't know what you mean, brother. Full screen. I'm just having a look to see. So where are the streamer motors and the usernames have been truncated? All right, that's okay. It's just the names have been truncated, so that's all right. So do I have to go to your name and no? I can do. What should I look for? All right, hang on a sec. Just 1 second, I'll just look on desktop audio. Try it again.
Test.
Yeah, your voice is booming on my OBS now.
Test.
Now I think you should go and check to see if it's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's working.
There you go. G'day, Carl. How are you?
Pretty good, man. How you doing?
Good. I had a pretty rough first race there. I missed the breaking point very early in lap one. Surged into troubles. I was trying to take my time too and misjudged the braking. So it's going to take a little bit of time to get used to it. But, you know.
Well, we all make mistakes.
Oh, well, yeah. I wasn't trying to run into anybody. Just the first race of the day, my friend. It's not easy to be instantly on pace. And especially against guys who've been doing the race for a few days, I think these fellas have been doing this race a fair bit.
Oh yeah, I'm sure all week. And you're coming in on, really Wednesday night in the U.S., coming into Thursday morning. So these people have been doing it since Sunday. So
Yeah.
they're really pro at this, compared to like me, that I haven't ran any races all week,
Yeah.
other than the ones that, I was just
It's
the
always
first
hard.
night.
It's always hard when you first come in, because you don't have race pace,
Oh,
It's
yeah,
happened
I
to me
never have
before,
race
It's
pace.
happened to me before, you come in, you're cold, and everybody else has been doing the race all week, and you haven't. And you come in cold, and people know what it's like. Even if you've got a good quality time, it can be still rather problematic.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Ricky, I've seen quite a few cool setups like that too, man. That's a great idea, dude. And you could be really innovative with it and create your own ideas. Find a friend with 3D printer capability. Really cool stuff.
Yeah. There's so many things you can do. Like I said, there's so many tools available these days. I'm going to quickly have a smoke while you guys watch you can see on there, it's 3 minutes until the race is on. You guys can see that. So I'm going to go and quickly have a smoke, and I'll be back.
Like Terminator.
It's good that your voice is heard there. It wasn't that hard a thing to solve. It wasn't that big a difficulty. I actually be able to leave the headphones on while I go outside, so if you're chatting, I'll be able to hear you and stay in communicado with the anybody crazy enough to watch.
Yeah, as long as my wind doesn't pick up, I'm outside as well and watching lightning, and it's really cool out. Really good storm rolling through here.
Yeah, there's nothing like watching incredible storms. Where I used to be over in West Australia in the mines, actually, where I used to work is, where SpaceX, the great big capsule, is in the ocean, and they're recovering it over off the coast of West Australia. It's big news in the science and space community. They're rescuing, Starship that was floating in the ocean over there. And where that happened, that's where I used to work, or that's the part of the planet I worked on.
Oh, that's pretty cool that you got to experience that being out there.
Yeah, what I was going to refer to was, because it's so incredibly isolated, I used to stand there at night. I used to walk out on the footplate of the locomotive, and I'd walk out and go right out the very front of the locomotive and stare into these huge blackness, and there'd be these incredibly violent storms in the summer months, like mad electrical storms. And because you've got such a huge view of the sky, like horizon to horizon, and you just see, and these electrical discharges, I've never seen anything like them. Of course, words fail to express the majesty of a storm. Like, even if you're the world's greatest writer or wordsmith, you can't express the staggering immensity of Mother Nature. How long till the race?
I don't know. All I see is your whale screen.
Oh, that's cool.
It's probably 1 minute. It's 29 after the hour right now, maybe 1 minute or less.
Right.
30 seconds, maybe.
Good. Enough time to cut them takes in the smoke.
Ricky says he's got a mate that does scrap cars, so he could probably get a dashboard and some seats, etc. Yeah, awesome, dude.
Oh God, yeah. You cut down a dashboard. Yeah, you can buy a whole dash cluster and everything, steering wheel, and replace the column and put your gear in there, and just really, and you can line them up with LEDs, or even get some of the controls working, relaying information from the PlayStation.
Nice. Game Atmosphere coming in. Good morning, Game Atmosphere. Appreciate you coming in.
Game's always tremendous. He's a big fit motherfucker too. He's a big strong boy. This is our Game. he's into his fitness and everything. A credit to him, you know. All right. You're having a race, aren't you, Sam? Oh, not Sam, sorry. Thinking about the sun.
Talking to me?
Yeah, you're having a race, aren't you?
No, I'm just enjoying the stream, relaxing. I got my back issues.
Oh, right, okay.
And I'm slow. I can't even keep up this week, so I have put it in no time yet.
Yeah, I'll have to put in a proper qualifying time. I'm not into races yet. Right, I'll change that scene over now. All the races getting ready, set to go. Nothing happened. Oh, the Thrustmaster.
Make sure you switch your screen.
Yeah, it's switched.
Okay, it's just delayed. Gotcha, sorry.
Yeah, it's the usual delay that happens.
There it is.
Indeed.
All right, good luck, sir.
Thanks, man. I'm going to need it. My pace is off, and between yeah, guys, don't forget to hit the like if you get the word. That would be fantastic. Yeah, it might take me a few races to get up to the track speed, and between the races, I'll probably try and set it
You're driving Ricky's favorite. You're driving Ricky's favorite car, he says.
Yeah, I've been driving the Scirocco for months. You know, once I get up to track speed, at the moment I'm pretty fun. But I'm an elderly man, and this is what it's like. You know, I don't have fast reaction.
Yeah, and you're going through and changing settings up and stuff like that. You've been going through different options for your wheel settings.
Going through the change of life.
Yeah, Ricky, the Thrustmaster TGT, from what I've heard, I've never owned one, but I've always heard it's a decent wheel at that price point. It's a decent wheel. It's the pedals you got to be concerned about.
This is already better than the last race. I think I was already in last one this race.
Yeah, you're getting crap over in that.
I can just drive off track and it's good.
I feel the same way, game. I feel like it's in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I don't particularly like it this direction. So. And the fact that it's only 4 laps, it's similar to that Grand Valley a while ago. In didn't notice it's got over 4 laps. It should be a longer race than that.
There's a nice pass by P8 there.
Al and Lara, yeah, it's all been good.
Yeah, that was a good pass.
I had the first lap problems that you always get with FF cars. They're just, they just don't grip up in the first lap, and you're very vulnerable.
Yeah, and this is top split and you're competitive, so doing well.
Yeah, I'm racing the best in America. Best in America, yes.
And Vara in the is that the Citroen he's in?
Yeah, I think they're a monster of a car to drive. Oh, there's Nashi. He's got Pascal for plus. Definitely have to it's gonna take a while, no doubt about that.
The good thing is you got all the time until you don't.
Till you die. Until Mr. Reaper comes up. Oh, what's come about the Reaper? There's a Mr. Death that's come about the Reaper. No, you don't understand. I am the Green Reaper. I don't know if you've ever seen the
I have not. Yeah, the T300 RS atmosphere, yeah. The T300 RS is great, especially with that upgraded pedal set. I've used them and they're good. I try every time I do an upgrade, I try to find somebody who needs a wheel and, send it their way. That's what I do with mine. If you can find a friend who needs a wheel. I think this car is really good in quality, but maybe not as good in the race.
Yeah, there's probably some of that.
Drive through the smoke, that's it. Yeah, you guys are going to have a good finish race right here. Delta missed his breaking point there.
It was Nash.
Oh, Nash.
Pushed me into it. Accidentally ran into FBR Anvaro. Well, I got pushed into Nash.
Yeah.
Anvaro pulled up for the second last. Third last.
Basically.
And I braked behind him. I had him. I was never going to run into him. And Nashi ran into the back of me, pushed me into him, pushed me into Anvaro. But, you know, what can you do? These things happen.
Yeah. Well, Yanko, I'm pretty sure he got contacted by another car as well before all that happened. So, you know, it's racing. Things happen.
Roger. Yeah, I don't normally do replays. He just missed his breaking point a bit. You know, it's the last lap. It's always a desperate thing. But, you know, just for clarity, just to make sure that nobody could think I was trying to hit an FBR guy. I don't want anybody to be saying untruths about me. So, but I've definitely got tapped into the air again
Well, it was like he was driving like there was no breaking point.
Yeah, when he came across there, he sort of lost speed there, which got him onto me a lot quicker.
When you get up here, hit circle so the information will be on the screen, his inputs. Yeah, if you hit circle, you'll be able to see his driving inputs, his braking input on your controller. Go to his view and and then circle so you can see the inputs. There you go. Oh yeah.
Like when were you going to brake, brother? Honestly, man. When did you?
Yeah. Maybe his dog jumped in his lap or something.
Where were you going to brake? You
Maybe.
didn't brake at all, man. You just punched straight into the back of the car and pushed me into Anvaro. Wow. He just didn't brake at all. He just didn't brake at all. Like there's no way that couldn't have already been well past the braking point.
Yeah, it's definitely you know. Maybe, like I said, maybe his dog jumped in his lap, or maybe he fell asleep at the wheel for a second. You know, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt once, right?
Race. You know. Did we somehow miss that race?
You shouldn't have. No.
Yeah, we missed the race. Like.
Oh wow, we watched too much of the replay. That's all right because you can run.
The replay wasn't very long. I didn't spend much time on the replay. Like I pretty much went straight to it.
That's unfortunate. So what's the next race that starts? Race C or race A?
I'll get a better quality time, mate. You know, because we're still in the 207s. You know, we need to get something in the 206s. So to make sure, you know, like to start a little bit further up. At least I'll crack a couple of laps just to see. Besides, I do need to do a few laps to see what I get. Oh, server maintenance in 15 minutes, so we're not going to even make a race. Sweet. How
really?
Timing. So I'm definitely just going to spend the time doing quality because we're not going to make
as long as you do not back out. As long as you do not back out of quali, you'll be able to continue running quali during the outage.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder if that actually gets registered though.
No, it probably won't get registered, but you'll still be getting practice. I don't know. Maybe. But hey, Ricky, yeah, I agree with you there. The one you have now is a better wheel, but the T300 is a great starting wheel. It'll be a great starting wheel for somebody. You know, you can sell it, you can give it away. And a lot of people, even the T150 is a great starter wheel for someone who's never had a wheel.
Server maintenance. This is going to be the update, is it?
Yeah, I think they're about to update physics.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting change. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, as long as they don't repeat last time.
Yeah, I think it's unlikely they're going to make it worse.
Right. I mean, it's terrible now, so they can't possibly make it worse. No, I'm kidding.
It's not brilliant. I liked it before they did that massive physics change they did 18 months ago or longer.
I wish they'd make it to where when you try to money shift instead of getting rid of the capability, I wish they would just make the engine blow up. Yeah, you're right.
We'll see if we can get something in the 60s. Well, that'd be nice, but that might take me a bit of time. Fucking old and hopeless.
Never heard of the T25, Ricky. Is that like a Mad Cat's wheel?
No, it's a Terminator. They come back from the future with
their flux capacitors.
Don't be stupid. Now you're talking shit. Back to the future. That's Marty McFly.
Yeah. And don't ever forget, I was a plumber for 20 years, man. I'll always talk shit.
I know where your shit's buried. I'm a plumber.
Not buried anymore.
All right, we've got a guide lap. We've got a guide lap. Not a good one, but we've got one. Oh, good. I caught it on the right hop.
Yeah, it's odd for them to do the update in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
I think they would drop an update like when they drop the new dailies.
I'm going to need to do a much fucking better job down here. Ah, well, we're heading in the right direction. Oh, you got to work soon, man. Sorry, buddy. Thanks for dropping in, though. Your continued support is very much appreciated. I think that's better. Picked up a bit more there. Certainly get into the 206s if I don't fuck up everything else. Very much likely. But you gotta hold your mouth right. It was horrible, I swear, it was fucking horrible. With mountains of time left to keep up too. See, that was way better. Way better.
I wonder how long the server maintenance will take. I imagine probably an hour or
yeah,
2 hours.
They do say it's going to last 2 hours. But, you know, what it's like they do sometimes, come back to early. You have to keep checking.
Yeah. Oh, we'll do this again tomorrow night if we can. It'll be really interesting. I won't be able to stay up for 2 hours and wait and that, but...
Oh, of course not. No, we'll stop and have a chat after that.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, Ricky had to go to work, huh? Getting ready to go to work.
Oh, bugger. I remember
that work stuff. That work stuff is silly. Silly stuff, man. Silly.
I don't see it I think it's just a fad.
Yeah, definitely a fad. Not necessary to eat or anything.
No, it's just our evil overlords controlling us.
It's mind control, man.
Oh, that's just Come on, dickhead. Fuck, this isn't hard. Alright, it is, but I've just got to do a much better job. It's probably a good thing for certain maintenance as well.
Are you any good with the G70 or any other cars?
Me?
Yeah.
Truth is, Carl, anyone can be faster no matter. You know, seriously, you've got an instruction manual and you've got the car that's you know, and you get an instruction manual with it, and it goes to follow. Like anyone can do a decent time. Like, I mean, how can you not?
In the first corner of lap 1, quickly get into 6th to drop to 5th. Oh, okay. In what car, Ricky? In the Scirocco?
And Ricky's driving. You're driving the Scirocco too, Ricky. First corner of lap 1. Like quickly getting in 6th, dropping to 5th, and start the corner. Oh, yeah. I know what he's saying.
Just be aware that once server maintenance starts, you cannot hit retry.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
I know what Ricky's talking about. It's something I've told people to do a lot. You do it, it's one of the places that it's wonderful to do it, is at Bathurst, after you go up the first straight, the first right hander going up the hill. I always say to people, if you're following somebody, change up into 6th.
Hey, Rob's here to...
It'll just make the transition down through the gears so much easier. Instead of coming off a car that's fully loaded with suspension and at maximum warp, it just makes the braking gradient so much smoother.
Yeah. Hey, Rob's here to apologize. He said he's sincerely sorry. We already knew that, Rob.
Oh, fuck yeah. Rob, mate. You know who you're with. You've raced with me at fucking... You've raced with me at Great Yellow Road, Atlanta, and other places. You know that's not the problem. The only time it's irritating is when you know the people hitting you are doing it deliberately, you know. And yeah, that's frustrating for anybody. It's hard for anybody to deal with when you deliberately get hit in traffic. It doesn't matter to me who hits me. If they haven't done it deliberately, it's just racing, you know.
Budley Stone's coming in.
Oh, Budley, he's the legend.
It says, yo, the Bud Nugget has arrived. Yo, Dad!
Yeah, I absolutely fucking skonked his fucking qualifying time, which is what he wants me to do.
Oh, he's saying your engine volume is a little too loud. Unfortunately, we won't be able to adjust that right now.
Yeah, I can.
If you go to adjust it, you'll get kicked out if the server's already under maintenance.
No, I won't. I won't.
Oh, no.
I won't. No, I won't.
OBS.
Yeah, that's right. I believe this will be the correct volume. Give me some feedback on that, please. Oh, and I might have to do monitor as well. Just hang a sec. Video capture device 2. Check it. Video capture device 2. Monitor and output. It's there. So, which one is it? Oh, that is actually... I might be on the wrong one. Oh, yeah. Video capture device. Hang on a sec.
Or you make your voice chat louder, one or the other.
Alright, voice, hang on a sec, give me a second. Hello, it's maxed.
You might need to turn up your mic volume on your PC itself.
Alright. On my PC itself, I'll go and check that too now.
Yeah, just go to voice, sound balance, or sound mixer.
Yeah, I know where it is, Cal. It's all good.
Okay, tracking.
Tracking. Sound.
You're under maintenance now!
Yeah, it was down a bit for the voice.
I see it on your share screen, yeah.
Right. Still quiet. Right. It is good feedback, just what you said there too, because I should be able to fix everything sound-wise.
Unfortunately, game atmosphere, because of the server maintenance, you will not be able to turn it down in GT7.
Yeah, I have been getting targeted by FearNoGears. It's actually been going on for 4 months, to be honest. I don't understand myself, like um, when well, I hit reset. Okay, I'll just quickly getting a lot with the FNG stuff I see. Yeah, I have been getting a lot of flack. Actually, I'll put it on the ocean so you got something pretty to look at.
That's it. That's all the GT7 you're going to be able to do.
Yeah, that's right. So I just got to turn down the media for me so I can't hear it going.
Say World Circuit is unlocked. You can still do World Circuit, but that's it.
Yeah, World Circuit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely do something. I'll go do a couple of spins. I don't actually even mind doing the music rallies, but I think they're copyrighted, so
yeah, the music.
Yeah, so it's hard to do them.
Yep, but it's still cool. You still have the whales. You're not streaming directly from the PlayStation like us poor folks do.
Hey, when I speak on my this microphone, it's actually it might be a sensitivity thing on the headset. Just give me a second. Well, I think my headset is already set with the maximum amount. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, it's not affecting you. When yours is coming in, Carl, your audio coming in, yours is much stronger than mine. I'm watching it on the
Graph.
on the graphs, and whenever you speak, you just punch straight up to the it goes into the red. But I'd have to shout. Even when I shout like that, I can only just hit the red. And it is set at 100% there. So, and on my computer, it is set, the head speakers are set at 100%.
Okay. It's a Discord problem.
Right.
So go into Discord and make sure you're...
It'll be there for sure.
Down on the bottom right.
Bottom right?
Yep.
You're
going to click that. Yep. Try that. See if you have a volume up option.
Speaker. Here we go. Here we go.
That's for you. That's for you to hear. It's going to get louder for you now. I think that's not going to help your voice volume.
No, it probably won't. Just give me a sec. Yeah, speaker volume. Mic test. Hello. 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 No, it could go up. Pure audio. Pure audio with open mic. Voice isolation. Echo cancellation. Just showing advanced attenuation strength. What's attenuation? Attenuation. Yeah, the settings for my microphone volume. Yeah, that's at 100% there in Discord.
Yeah, you're at about half my volume on your mic. Is it possible to move your mic closer to your mouth, or no?
No, it's fixed at that. You can't turn them. You'd break it if you'd snap it.
Gotcha. He says he hears you now, Dad.
Hey, Birdley. How do I do this without game mode selection, course selection? Ah, right. I don't know what I can do, but I can actually drive around somewhere. Um, where would I like to drive the most?
I'm
Well,
gonna guess it's not the Daily Race B. I mean, not that we'd want to
um,
race in the middle of the night, Grand Roswell.
Watkins
Yeah.
Glen, Sunny.
Let's talk about this beautiful image on your stream right now. This whale watching. I mean, this is incredible. The water's beautiful.
It is nice out there. I will have a. I'll pop out onto the balcony and
See if you can get an angle on maybe some activity.
how does it sound now, Budley? Because I'm using because I'm doing Discord and chatting with Carl. That's why I'm using the headphones and not using the not using this big beast here. That's why I'm not using that. It's not plugged in.
So
So
you could set that microphone up for your voice chat. He said he heard you good before, but now you're whispering again.
yeah, I heard him say that, but my microphone on the hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I can't get it to go any higher. Um, the output seems to be restricted a little bit. Like when you speak, Carl, it's very
It
strong.
changed it.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
smash straight up into the red zone. But as I speak, I'm just not getting anywhere near there. Performance mode.
So what I was saying is you could potentially use your boom mic as a voice input and have your voice chat hearing through your headset. So you can still hear me and I should still be able to hear you.
All right. Oh, well, I will. I'll try the other microphone.
We can always test this stuff at a
Well, it's
different time when we're not actually live.
yeah. Well, actually, that's true. That's a good thing. Uh, McGann Trophy. I don't want to drive it. What's this? No Alpine. It's an MR. A Focus
Computer stuff
or
is so complicated, Budley. It really is. The OBS stuff, it's so much easier to stream directly from your console than it is from
single
OBS.
race. Number of laps. 5 laps. Beginning level. Professional level. Boost off. 5 laps. And right, I've got something. I am gonna drive around just for the fun of it, But I will try and sort this out. And as Carl very wisely said, what the fuck? Why is it nighttime?
Oh, you got to turn that music off too. Oof. Oh, it is nighttime.
Is that copyrighted?
Oh, most likely. But it's all right. Should be all right. You're not monetized. It's not gonna hurt your. It's not gonna hurt your channel because you're not monetized.
Roger.
But it'll be a non-strike copyright.
It's kind of funny. Even when I'm racing with the AI, I'm getting
bashed. I wonder if they have any of the Sophie races available to do. Racing Sophie and making the emojis pop is pretty fun. Yeah.
This is horrible. I don't think I've ever driven any worse. Seriously, I can't believe how badly I'm driving.
Yeah, just, turn on auto drive. You'll be all right. Oh.
Oh, the Ferrari's got some poke. Handling, not so much. Yeah, thanks, Gabe, man. See you later, eh? Thanks for dropping in.
Yeah, take care.
He's very loyal and good supporter. Real good supporter. He's seen a lot of my races too. He's watched them. He's another person who knows how I drive. Even in these things, I don't drive into the AIs. And you can cheat. You can go off without getting a penalty. But what's the point in doing it if you've got to cheat to win? One thing I saw one time, I watched this streamer and he was doing the weekly challenges, and they had, I think back at the time, they had like recommended PP 400. He had something with 900. Like, and I'm going, really, dude? When I see the weekly challenges and it says 400, I try and find something with 360,
Yeah, make it a challenge.
to make it really enjoyable, an enjoyable challenge. I couldn't understand just doing the weeklies, just those weekly things, weekly challenge things. I couldn't imagine just doing it, just to pick up the pissy 100,000 or whatever they give you. But that you would use something that's so powerful and that you've already won the race after the first lap. Like, really? Why would you do that? Where's the challenge in something like that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Put the game to the highest difficulty, and I mean, I learned a lot just from racing against the toughest Sophie, on some of the power pack stuff, and the new Sophie AI is pretty good.
Sorry.
The new AI is pretty good, pretty competitive.
Yeah, I've actually heard that it's quite a challenge. So, which is what you want with an AI. You want something to build you up.
Absolutely.
Teach you the skills.
Well, Ray, I'm gonna run down to the corner. Probably won't be back for a good minute.
Yeah, I'll end this stream in a sec after I finish this race, and I'll go back to the bog standard PlayStation. So I'll be on there, and I'll come back on when the service thing. I'll come back and I'll be back on the PlayStation then, doing whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
But we'll be able to chat there. It won't be through Discord, it'll be through the PlayStation.
Right.
But this has been good because we've been able to sort something out with the Discord, and it's progress.
Absolutely. No caffeine is a bad.
It's 2 gigabytes, the update, according to Budley.
It's not big.
No, but
the update's out, but it won't actually come into effect for probably an hour or two. Most likely. That's how they usually do it. You'll be able to do the update, but then it won't come into effect right away.
Yeah, you can't connect. Yeah, it was a bit of a Gronk act, hitting exit. Even though you're normally not doing it. You know how you do it.
Alright.
So I had it done before I went, oh, dickhead, you're not supposed to hit reset.
And you're on this guy.
But he'll just outrun me down the straight. I just got to watch the radar and see where he goes up.
Is that an old Ferrari or something?
Yeah, it sure is.
So.
I haven't crossed him yet. I got him now. It's essentially all down to the bus stop. If I nail the bus stop up here, it should be a win for the old fellow. A win for the ages.
No pressure.
You know how I am with pressure.
Oh yeah, up inside. Let's go.
Yeah, should be able to leave him in the weeds now.
I think that just guy shit himself. He just got done shitting himself.
Yeah, that is funny though. Oh, that's right. You can't even access your replays or any of those things. That's right.
Yeah, I miss the days when Gran Turismo was not online dependent.
Right.
You play the entire campaign without internet.
Look at this fake AI bullshit. This thing suddenly turns into a fucking McLaren. You ever see that? Like, the speed that he came up there, like, I nailed that corner back there. And this car behind me ran me down like he was on a Formula 1 car. It's the fucking computer artificially boost the guy behind.
Yeah, it's skill-based matching, so you...
sorry, Carl. I just have to stop and say a very warm and honest and heartfelt thank you to Germany, who was one of the shining lights out there in recent things that have been going on with abuse of and suffering. And he just said, look, you just got to quit it, you guys got to stop doing it. Because he knows it's unjust. You know, like, he knows what's been happening to me is so ridiculous, so nasty. And it's like endless, infinite punishment for a finite crime. It almost sounds like religion, doesn't it? You know, infinite punishment for a finite crime. No, man, I'm not going to let you do that. You fake AI bullshit. Well, if you're going to use fake AI performance that you couldn't fucking do, I'm going to weave over the track line so you don't put the option in to do it to me. Fucking fake AI bullshit.
Just treat him like a D driver, you know? Yeah, they adaptive, whatever. It's like they use boost when you get past somebody. They put boost into the game.
And so, into their cars.
Yeah.
I just about totally nailed that corner. I got a really good drive. I hit the apex. And have a look at this thing behind me. I've hit the fast lap. Look at this Formula 1 car coming up behind me. You're going to have to go around the outside, champ. Like, that's just fucking unbelievable.
Hey, you're just going to have to punt him, you know?
No,
that's the only way to deal. It's the only way to deal with people, you know? Just punt them.
Like I was saying, German, you know, I've raced with him before. And it is, no, piss off, man. You are fucking kidding me. You couldn't do it before. How are you suddenly so fast? Wrong.
Adaptive asshole.
That's exactly what they're using. Adaptive asshole technology. Can I get to the line before it gets there? Fuck you, gotcha. Fuck you,
fuck.
Yeah, GK is expressing it very clearly. He is a bully, hey, but the thing is, what we do have to talk about, we do have to say is something a lot of people don't realise is he's a serial bully. A couple of years ago, when I first became aware of FearNoGears, he was hounding this guy with mental health issues, Viking Wolf, and he would just relentlessly wreck this guy to send this guy into nervous, hysterical breakdowns, and this guy screaming and abusing him, and FearNoGears just revelled in it. He loved doing it. And he would come into his streams and he'd taunt him and everything. He would just keep fucking bullying this guy. And this went on forever and a day and broke this bloke. And I'm not saying what this bloke was doing, but it was a symptom of his mental illness. Not the things that he was claiming that he had wrong with him, but the undiagnosed thing in the background, in my opinion, that was causing him to have things. So He's since been working on his mental health, and he's trying to overcome the problems in his life, and credit to him for that. But it doesn't mean that I approve of anything what he did. But FearNoGears relentlessly hounded him. He's a streamer, and he just kept attacking this guy. But see, that wasn't the only time. He also did the same thing to another streamer, and ironically, exactly the same sort of thing, although this other fellow didn't have severe mental illnesses. He just wasn't super fast. And FearNoGears attacked this guy, Gibbo304. So that's the second streamer he's done this to. And he relentlessly attacked Gibbo304 to the point that Gibbo304 was making videos. G'day, Boomer. G'day, mate. He was making... Oh, actually, I'll change it over to the ocean so you got something nice to see. And I will add my dial so that you can see me talking. So he's attacked this other fella, called Gibbo304, and he's relentlessly attacked this fella until this fella got to the stage where he was making videos about the endless harassment and wrecking from FearNoGears. Now that's the second streamer he's done. Now he's taken on this again. He's a serial abuser, and he's taken on the third. Now, I'm the third streamer, third small-time streamer, and he's just relentlessly attacked me. But the difference this time is, it's gone on for months like it did with the other fellas, but the difference this time is he's goading up his team. It isn't just him. If it was just FearNoGears, it'd be no problem at all, because FearNoGears is so... FearNoGears is he's a slow driver, he's ordinary, and if I just had to deal one-on-one with him, it wouldn't be an issue because I'd seldom see him. He'd always be back in the pack somewhere, and I'd always be up the front leading and doing my thing, and I would hardly ever have to deal with him. But it's not just him. See, he's a serial abuser. I'm the third streamer he's done the exact same thing to, and he's trying to pretend that he's the guardian of truth and honesty and justice. And he's just a relentless bully, but this time he's got a whole team of them. And he's sicking his team onto me all the time. Now, this has been going on for 4 months. 4 months of harassment and getting wrecked for just what happened on one day. And on that day at Grand Valley, did I punt anybody? No. Did I squeeze anybody into a wall? No. Did I punt anybody under brakes? No. Did I dive bomb anybody? No. I didn't do any of those things that you would associate with a really dirty driver. All I did was be slightly slow, according to him, on a couple of corners. That was race A last week. Congratulations for your time on race A last week. GK, I'll just have to honestly say to you, I don't remember. What was last week, race A? Oh, yeah. Stage X, yeah.
Talking about your top 10 times in the world and all, not a big deal.
Yeah. I stopped doing that immediately after I'd done it a few times. I wasn't that. I didn't put any more time into trying to chase the really fast times, and a lot of guys picked up a lot of time there, and they got much faster because a lot of people put time into it. Because last week the races weren't spectacular, I don't think.
Thanks, German. I appreciate you saying hi, man. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, GK is, GK's very, very fast too. He's a good, fast guy. And he understands clean racing. I've raced with him plenty of times. And so it is good stuff having him pop in. And to have someone with his brilliant speed, he's a champion A+ driver, one of the fastest guys in the world, and he knows, and he's seen me. He's watched a lot of my streams. He's popped in and had a look. He might lurk and not say anything, but he pops in and watches, and he knows how I drive. And the truth is, anyone who's ever watched any of my streams, except for when I'm blind drunk, yeah, Budley, lots of people who play this suffer mental illnesses. Yeah, FearNoGear clearly has mental illnesses. He's a sadistic bully. He revels in it, but he wants everybody to think that he's the good guy, and that he keeps demonizing me about, and he's made some of the most outrageous allegations. He reckons I'm a liar and all these other things. I haven't lied about anything. I've been 100% upfront and honest about everything in the game. And I've been honest the whole way. And he's claimed I've been telling lies. He calls me father of lies and all sorts of things. And yet all the evidence is there in my streams. Everything that I've ever done. I haven't deleted any of them. So, but this is 4 months of abuse for what happened on one single day. Like, I mean, how disproportionate does it get? And it isn't just one guy harassing me. It's a whole team. 10 guys, FBI guys, 15, 20 of them. Whenever an FBI guy gets anywhere near me, he feels obliged to wreck me because that's what FearNoGears wants. So he's weaponized his team to do his bullying. And he thinks that he can crush me and beat me by doing that. And all he's doing is just proving what a fucking angry bastard he is. Just sadistic bully who just can't cut the mustard any other way. And he has to focus on somebody. It's pathetic.
I just shared German Kiwi's link for his channel. Yeah. He's got 143 subscribers. Y'all go check him out.
Hang on. I've got to make sure that I am sub to him. I may not be. Subscribe. I am now subscribed. Sorry, and thank you, Carl. Thank you, Carl, for bringing that up. I didn't know that I wasn't subbed to GK. Yeah, good fella. So, and I heartily endorse him. He's been nothing but exemplary. I'll spin the camera around outside to see if we can catch some whale action happening, if there's anything going on out there at the moment. There is quite a deal of whale action out there at the moment. But it just depends on the day how sunny and bright it gets. Anyway, I'm going outside for a smoke, guys. Oh, you're going to be on tour next year again with Dionne Warwick, Zurich, Vienna, Frankfurt. Oh my Lord! I want to get into. I want to know more about you. I want to know more about you, man. Going to be on tour next year with Dionne Warwick. She must be heading for 70 years old now, I reckon. Zurich, Vienna, Frankfurt, Paris, and the Royal Albert Hall in London. Fuck me, Drake. That's
really awesome.
Oh, that's staggering, Carl. You have no idea how high level that is. That's fucking. See, that's living life. Which a lot of people don't do it, but that's living life. I've got to get rid of I'm getting headphone sound from the race that's going on in the background.
Yeah. I need to go get some caffeine. I got a migraine setting in. So if you're going to be here, I'll be back.
Yeah, I'm going to stay and chat for a little while with the guys.
85. Wow. She's 85.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. I thought she must have been 70, but 85. 85, and she's still warbling on. And I got to tell you that the voice doesn't last past 60 much. So to be doing it at 85, You know, like she's probably a fantastic person. I'm not going to put shit on her, but it sounds to me like you know, if you're still treading the boards at 85 when your voice and your best days are long behind you, you got to ask what the reasons are. And most of the time, people just it's one of two things. They're either going just cashing in every dollar they can before them because they love the money, or the second thing is without what they're doing, the entertaining, they don't feel like their life has, and they just becoming an ordinary person, and they can't handle living a life as an ordinary person. Um, you know, that's generally the sort of motivations people have when they're carrying on past their use by date. You know, making music, and when their best days are long behind them. And a lot of singers these days, especially the ones who have had big careers in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, a lot of them just are miming. That they're just using tracks, and they sing, but there's no sound coming through their microphone. And because they know all their own work so well, it does look pretty well synchronized. But most of the concerts and everything like that are just backing tracks. Oh, last year you made friends with a drummer. You got a place to stay in Manhattan now. Sweet. And he has played with Michael Jackson. I'll bet he has. I'll bet he has. Listen, I'm going to
Oh,
go out to the.
no big deal. Just the king of pop. I mean, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I haven't met any, you know, really superstar people or anything. I have met a few famous people, you know, pretty famous people, but I've never rubbed shoulders with that sort of. The only elite that I've ever rubbed shoulders with is the World Snooker Tour. You know, the guys back in the 1980s when I used to play snooker at a pretty high level, and I used to. I did get to meet, you know, a lot of people who are in the professional snooker ranks of the world. You know, Steve Davis and all those sort of guys who were the world champions. And I got to chat with them and hang around. Jimmy White and Alex Higgins. I met Alex Higgins. He was one of the most famous snooker players of all time. He was a world champion in 1972 and 1982, and I met him in Sydney. And I got introduced to him, and the first thing he asked me was, "Can you get me any coke?" That was his opening statement to me. Can you get me any coke? Because you couldn't get cocaine in Australia. Yeah, if he was in America or something like that, he could easily access it. But in Australia, you had to know the criminal underworld. And at the time, I wasn't in the criminal underworld, but I had criminal underworld associates. I was a fringe dweller. I knew them through the places that I frequented, which is where a lot of criminals were. Hang on a sec, I've just got to, in case this, I think there's sound coming from the race. Just hang on a sec, I've got to try and,
Yeah, I'm hearing tower sounds and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah, hang on a sec, I've just got to mute that. I'm trying to find out which one it is.
Game cap or capture card sound.
No, no, I know what it is. I've just got to find the one that I need to just, you know, just, you know, capture the race.
I'm about to go get my caffeine, man. I got to kill this headache.
Now I'm not hearing it.
No, it went away.
Since you went away.
I'm gonna go get caffeine. Right. I I can't deal with this headache. If I go to sleep, I'll be fine. But
Yeah, you go and drop a few Panadol or Panadine or whatever you use over in America there. Tylenol.
no, just
Tylenol.
no, I won't do that. I'm just gonna go get some caffeine. I'm gonna need more for the morning anyway.
All right, I'm going to
So
head outside and have a look and see if I can. I'm going to have a smoke, guys. Thank you for hanging around and listening and everything. And I will talk about the Fear No Gears situation for anybody who wants to hear about the Fear No Gears and hear it from my perspective. But I am going to have a smoke first. I will talk about it from outside. Actually, I might be able to just still talk about it from outside while I'm having a smoke. I'll take the binoculars out with me as well and see if I can locate some whales doing some whale shit.
Yeah, I'll try to be back in the next 20 minutes if you're still on, Ray. If not,
Yeah,
take care, everybody, and we'll see you again next time.
and I will be back on the PlayStation after the update happens. So
Sounds good. I'll be back.
right, I think I'm okay outside here at the moment. It's like I'm really keen to make sure the neighbours in the neighbouring unit, the smoke doesn't go into them because they're non-smokers, and I got to be good to my neighbours.
Yep.
Right, I'm just outside at the moment having a look. It does look very quiet out there on the whale scene. They tend to get much more active when it's a really bright sunny day. You do tend to see a lot of whales, breaching. They love the sunny conditions when the sun's high in the sky. But at the moment, there's the sun. It's late in the afternoon, and there's a bit of cloud cover, so it's just not its normal effervescent self out there in the ocean.
Yeah.
You know, the
Thanks, German Kiwi. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, it is me. It's Carl in the voice chat.
Yeah, it's just Carl, just in case I should have identified you more often, called you by name more.
Oh no, you're fine. It's just Carl on YouTube. In the
And you've
in
suffered
the
under a bit of a
live
bitch
chat.
lately, too,
Oh
Carl.
no, I bring on a lot of things. You
Yeah,
know, I
well, we've been friends for a few years now, and we've had a lot of these conversations. And yeah, sometimes you do put your foot in it, but
Yeah, I bring on
but
a
don't
lot of
we all?
things, and
You know?
sometimes I don't make the right choice to respond the correct way the first time it happens, and it doesn't get smashed out right away. So dragging our feet and holding grudges and all this stuff is nonsense. It's childish
Yeah.
nonsense.
Well, see, I don't have a grudge with FearNoGears. I never did.
No, don't.
See,
I didn't say
that's
you did. And I
no,
would
no.
never accuse you of it. It's other people that have grudges, not you.
Yeah, I never had
Um,
a problem. I didn't have any problems with FearNoGears before Grand Valley. But the thing is that people have got to understand is that how disproportionate is this? Like, why 4 months later? Why 4 months later this abuse is still going on? And it is one way, because immediately after Grand Valley, immediately after that, when I went, as soon as I poked my nose into the dailies again, his team and him were deliberately targeting and wrecking me straight away. And they're the ones who and they they were the ones who did it, not me. I wasn't setting off to hit anybody, and yet they kept wrecking me. And I kept quiet, and I thought sooner or later they'll give up on it. But fear no gears. He's a serial sadist bully, and he loves doing this stuff. He wants this to keep going. He wants
yeah,
to. He wants to
I,
keep
I,
hitting me and hurting me and trying to break me and wreck me, because that's how this sadist gets pleasure, and that's why he keeps building up these. He keeps building up everybody, magnifying. He apparently knows everything I'm thinking. Like when I'm in a race, he knows exactly what I'm thinking. He knows exactly why I went to anywhere on the track, and no matter what, no matter what tiny thing I do, if I make a miscalculation with my brakes or anything, that was deliberate. He was trying to wreck this person, and he keeps doing this over and over and over. He
so
keeps reinforcing the idea that I'm evil. Go, Carl. Sorry.
real quick, sorry, Kiwi. I'm tracking, man. I remember you flying Kiwi, greasy flying Kiwi. I don't ever recall racing maple syrup, but that's good to know too.
Canadian,
I have,
Canadian. I
yeah, the
remember.
Canadian,
Yeah,
Canada.
yeah.
Yep,
I keep. I remember racing maple syrup. Back when I think back when I was race car anti punters on my old accounts before Father Time, and of course those
yep,
accounts have all sat dormant for a long time because I haven't been
right.
racing on them. Not because.
Right, yeah. We have 7, 8, 9. I mean, so many accounts that stay dormant for most of the time, and we all
Oh,
do. Yeah,
hey, we've got live whale action out the front. Hang on a sec. I'll get the camera around. We've got one in close out the front, breaching. Just hang on a sec. I'll get the camera around. Woohoo! He's likely to
I gotta
keep
run.
doing. Yeah. All right. Doesn't matter.
I
This
gotta
is for
run. I'll be
anybody.
back.
Just for anybody else who's watching. We've got a whale at the front here, live, and he just breached a few seconds ago, just out the front here. So in quite close. I'll just stay up here on the camera for a few seconds to point at that. But we had a whale breach directly here in the only 1,000 meters offshore here, directly out the front. So he's still there. And when they breach once, they quite often do series of breaches because they're showing off to maybe a female that's feeding nearby, or but they show off their athleticism. I'll just keep my eye on that area for a few seconds. But it was a decent breach right in front, and we should get a pretty good view on it if there's any more from this particular character. Oh, because I'm standing up on a chair. I don't know if anybody can see me in the background. Standing up on a chair, holding onto things. I'm up high trying to get the camera pointed in the right direction. Oh, come on, fuck your whale. They just don't jump on command. Damn things. He's just in that area, just here, directly in the front, 1,000 meters out, 1,500 at the most. He's in close, but I just saw him breach once. But they do usually carry on. Oh, I think I am pointed at the right spot though. I think he's in that area just there, because I can only see a tiny little screen on the camera. So you can, and you guys are probably looking at a side view of my ass and my leg or something like that, or my big fat guts. I know where he is. I think I can see him on breaking the surface just there to the right of the trees there. Damn, he breached just bloody once and didn't do anything else. Made me out to be a liar. Father of lies. Come on, damn ya. All right. Oh, there's another one out that side there. There's one out there. You can see there's definitely one just out there. I just saw him spout through his blowhole out there. He's about 3 kilometres offshore, that one, maybe 4, so he's out a fair way. But I'm just got to stand up here balanced. I'll be 68 years old in a couple of days, and I'm standing balanced on a car chair trying to. I got one leg on a cabinet, one on the chair, and a hand on the ceiling. Oh, so graceful. Anyway, I'll put it back here. I do know there's whales definitely in this area here. Uh, and I'm just going to leave the camera there, but I do know there's a whale in this area just here because I did see him breach out the corner of my eye while I was having a smoke. That's why I ran back inside to get the camera spun around to focus on the area where he was. Anyway, there might be something there, but I'll talk some more about the FearNoGears situation. Well, I see a lot of people don't know the history of Grand Valley, what happened at Grand Valley there. A lot of people just aren't on top of it, just don't know. What you going to do with all that junk? Oh, there was a huge breach just before you moved the camera. Okay, yeah, okay. How we boot it? How we boot it? Yeah, what's it all about? Yeah, it's quite funny listening to that. Anyway, I don't know if I moved the camera and there was a breach, but at least someone saw a breach, which is good. So I'm not the father of lies now. I actually told the truth. They do breach out the front. I've actually got I've got footage. I've got a lot of footage of breaches. I am going to put it together. I'm going to put it together so people don't have to wade through long periods waiting for it to see something. So I'm going to collate pretty much all the breaches that I've got, and I think I've got like 50, 60 different breaches at different days. So it's going to take a while to, because I have to sit through all the footage, and if you fast forward it, you can miss a lot of them. Mm. And it is nice to be able to stroll outside, look at the ocean, have a smoke, have a nice cold drink, enjoy your day, you know. It's why I spend a lifetime, 50 something years working. Um, I was a blue collar worker too. I wasn't a, I didn't come into money or anything like that. I was a bus driver for 14 or 15 years. I had a few jobs in my early years too. I was in the railways here in my state. I was in the railways a few times, but I finished up as a train driver over in West Australia in the mines. And I was driving the giant iron ore trains over in West Australia. Like they're like 35, 40,000 tons, 3 kilometres long, 6 engines. And I used to fly back and forth across Australia every 2 weeks and fly up to West Australia from over here at the coast. I wasn't living here at the coast. I was inland a bit from my other one of my other properties. I was at my other property, which was my home. This place was a rental and a holiday rental, and it's hard to believe this place sort of like was generating between $60,000 to $100,000 a year as rent. Just in rental income from holiday boats. It was renting for $300 a night. And people are $400, closer to $500 a night during the Christmas and New Year's and the holidays, school holidays. But here at this time of the year, it's whale watching season. So a lot of people would rent this unit here simply to sit out in the balcony and watch the whales because it goes on for months. So the whales going past goes on for months. They go up to the Barrier Reef area up the North Queensland, and they hang around up there. They feed, and they mate, and everything, and then they make their way back down. So the whales will be travelling back down in a couple of months' time, but it just goes on for about 4 or 5 months, just whales all the time out the front, big humpback whales. I'll catch up with that comment in a sec too. I'm sorry I missed that comment, but I'm outside on the balcony at the moment. So I don't even know if the audio's any good out here, but I could hear Carl earlier on, so I'm assuming it did work. But it is very quiet out there at the moment. I've been standing out here for 4 or 5 months, 3 or 4 minutes now, and I haven't seen any breaches. They're just not being particularly active at this particular moment. I really do think it's if the day's bright and sunny, then you do tend to see a lot of breaches. Hang on, I'm just going to move around. The audio, the audio might get poor for a moment or two. I'll catch up with the comments in a sec. I'm just finishing the smoke outside. Um, I'm trying really hard with the unit that's around the other side of the building. I'm trying to make sure that any cigarette smoke doesn't go around and waft over theirs because they're non-smokers. So I don't want to they've paid millions to live here, so I don't want to make their life miserable. Where I'm standing at the moment is a completely different view. The ocean is sort of like to my right and behind me a bit, and I'm looking out around the other direction behind where I can see all the caldera from this super volcano out the background here, and Mount Warning, and so basically there's a mountain range behind, and I can see that from this part of the balcony. So essentially, I've got about like 270 degrees of views. I'll come back inside and change the camera angles. Yeah, I'll catch up those comments. I'll be inside in 60 seconds. I apologise for not having read those comments. I probably should have my tablet with me out here, shouldn't I? Because then I could keep, no, there's some brains. Use my tablet and check the chat on my tablet. Why didn't I think of that? Anyway, I'll bring it with me next time I go out. So when I'm chatting, behind me or to the left, at the moment I'm watching a Qantas jet um, cruise. He's just come off the end of the runway and he's climbing hard out of the Coolangatta airport. So in the afternoons, in the evenings, or any time of the day, when you're standing out on the balcony, you can watch the planes come across from right to left as we look at as you look out over the ocean. You can see the planes coming in on the big circle in as they come in for the final approach to the airport, and you see them fly over the top of Surfers Paradise, turn right around, and you can follow the plane all the way down until it falls below the level of the buildings. I actually can see the plane disappear behind the buildings, the tall buildings. You watch the plane disappear and it lands, and I can actually see the end of the runway from where I am, and you can actually watch the planes take off. So if you're a plane watcher, you know, you not only get whales and fantastic views of the ocean, but you get to see the planes as well. And of course, people get their wrap up and they sit there and wait for the planes to come in, especially when you get bigger ones come in, or special planes. So there's so many different things for people to see. Of course, downstairs, when we go downstairs, see, at the moment there's a beautiful Australian bird about 3 meters away from me. On He's looking to see if I've got something to give him to eat, because he comes and visits the people in this building. Well, there quite a few of them do, and they come and sit on the table with you. You know, all these colourful birds will come down and sit down, and you're having a coffee, and the birds will sit there on the table with you, and they'll chat to you. You know, when you know what Aussie birds are like, they're really colourful and loud and fun to be around, some of them. All right, that's that smoke done. I'll head inside and I'll catch up on those comments. Forgive me bashing through everything. Oh, climbing in through the curtains. Right, I'm heading over to catch up on the comments. And I'm back. I'll move the camera a bit, see if we might catch a bit of action to the right. But we'll see if we can get a bit of the beach in as well, because it's zoomed out a fair way at the moment, the camera is. So right, I'll catch up with the rest of the comments. Just give me a second, I'll put some glasses on. I'm watching whales. Yeah, I've caught up with the comments. Yep. Phone charging while GT7 updated. I'm watching the whales. Yep. All right. I guess you can see what I can see. You can see my ugly mush. I turned the studio lights off because there wasn't really much point looking at me. Yeah, I don't know. There's a few people watching, and I'm going to assume that those people that are watching, aside from Rob and Budley and GK, aside from you guys, I'm going to assume those other people are interested in the Fear No Gears thing. Um, all I can really add to the Fear No Gears situation is that this isn't of my making. I didn't have any problem with Fear No Gears before Grand Valley, and the things that he accused me of at Grand Valley were not valid. Um, uh, it's all based on, actually, it's a straight out lie. But he claimed that in the race I was being deliberately slow in order to wreck his team and wreck other people and to do other things. He claimed I was deliberately slow on a couple of corners. But what he didn't show to the people was the speeds I was going around those corners. Yeah, you love planes. When I'm in Singapore, I stay at a hotel at the end of the runway. I sit on the rooftop swimming pool with a beer and watch the planes about 400 meters on final approach. Man, that's exactly it. That is so much that. That is brilliant. Which does kind of remind me of a. I'll just tell you a quick. This is just a quick story. I was in Las Vegas, and I was staying at this high rise, and it had a pool and bar and on the roof, and you could go up in the afternoons. They opened up at around lunchtime every day, and they served drinks, and it was like, you know what Las Vegas is like. And I was on top of there, and I met these couple of American guys, this gay couple, And there was a white guy about 5'7" and an African American guy about 6'7", and they were a partnership. And I got to talking with them, and they wanted me to tell them all about Australia. And of course, I was on holidays, and I know a million jokes, and I was drinking, and I was having fun. And so I spent like 4 or 5 hours with these guys, and we cruised around Las Vegas. And but standing on the roof at Las Vegas, watching the beams of light, these big laser beams of light everywhere all over Vegas, was just bloody fantastic. Anyway, for those who want to hear about the Fear No Gears story, um, what he was accusing me of at yeah, yeah. That's yeah. That fella, Gears keeps telling everybody how I wrecked this fella, and and destroyed him and everything like that. Phantom, his name was. But what No Gears doesn't know is that Phantom, not only did he communicate and chat with me, why race in the US? G'day, Pommy. Why would I race in the US? There's a couple of reasons. The main reason that I raced in the US is the competition's very strong there, and in Australia, the competition is it can be very, very weak, and you can have A plus guys right down to C grade in the same race, and even in times when you would think there'd be a fair few people on. So the Australian server doesn't have a lot of really good action, doesn't have a lot of fast drivers in all of the races. Like the quality or the depth of field isn't there. Europe and America are way stronger, way stronger. Like the strongest is European by some distance. It's very strong. Yeah. Anyway, well, I was just talking about Phantom Laps there. I did accidentally hit him. We came together. It was just a racing incident. I immediately stopped because I had no intention of having contact with him. Yeah, I do have friends on the US server, and I have friends on the Australian server and on the European server. There's a lot of people who know that I'm not a dirty driver at all, and know that I do care about sportsmanship, and I did always care about it too. Because as I say, you can. That's why I put all my old accounts up. I will just put them up on the screen just in case anybody wants to see them. These are my old accounts, and you can see at the top, the first account, Let Us Spray. That was at the beginning of GT7. That's when I learnt. So I've got 2,961 races on it. And this is my worst account with 20.26. That's clean race bonuses. But you can already see by the time I start the next account, Jackson Deep, in December 2022, I've got 8 or 9 months experience. You can already see the clean race bonuses leaps up to 28.85. And then the following account, which is a couple of months later, again, another jump in clean race bonuses because I'm getting cleaner and cleaner and cleaner, getting better at it all the time. Then the next one jumps up to 37%. And then the standard is maintained through all my accounts that I've always been a clean driver. But if you look at Fear No Gears, his best account stands at 19%. That's his current FBR, Fear No Gears. But if you look at his other account, his main account, his Fear No Gears, his clean race bonuses is just 11%. Well, it's not even quite 11%. So it's 9 out of 10 races he never gets a clean race bonus. And so he has always been dirty. So once again, if you look at the stats at the bottom there, for Father Time. Now, this channel, it was dedicated to proving that you could be a clean racer, not hit anybody, and still make A grade. You know, yeah. And in the US, you do have to battle the Brazilians. Yeah, so and I'll just see these are the stats. This is the stuff that FearNoGears can't argue with, and the sort of stuff that he won't promote and he won't talk about. And Fronty, both Fronty and Father Time, are both at 37% cunning stunts. This account 36.68% clean race. Now these are all the accounts I was doing before Father Time. But I started Father Time, the channel, because I started with a goal for Father Time. So I wanted to give encouragement to people who had been destroyed by FearNoGears type drivers, the dirty, dirty drivers that the game's been infested with for the last 18 months, 2 years. It's been just terrible standards. So I started the channel, and the goal was to prove that you could get to A grade. Um, Without wrecking anybody, with fantastic clean race bonuses. You could get to A grade, and you could get there in the face of the adversity, in the face of the dirty driving. You could get there, and so that's why I started it, and that's why Father Time. I tried to be exemplary at Father Time. I never hid anything about my other accounts. This is another lie that FearNoGears wants people to think is true. But the truth is that when I first started, I did go to FearNoGears channel, and I'd said, "Listen, I've just started a channel, and and because he knows me, and I said, and I appreciate it if you could send any support my way, and thank you very much if you would, because he knew me." And I asked him not to tell anybody who I was, not to mention any of my other accounts, Fronty, Race Car, Anti Punters, Cunning Stunts, any of the other accounts I've got that he knew of. But I asked him not to mention it. The reason I didn't want to mention it is because I didn't want to be trading on past glories, past achievements. I wanted to show people that you could be an A, you could become a good quality, clean driver, and you could still get to A. You could still enjoy the game, even in the face of the dirtiest driving standards and people like FearNoGears. Even in the face of that adversity, you could still triumph and still be clean. You could still be clean. That's the important thing. You could be clean and you could still achieve good standards and not wreck anybody and be a good person. But like I said, I didn't tell people about my other accounts because I didn't want to be giving people advice or wisdom when I was just like, say, a C grader as Father Time or a B grader. I wanted to get to the point where I established my bona fides, my credentials as Father Time, being clean, and then when I hit A grade, then I thought it was an appropriate time for people to learn about my other accounts. And of course, in my streams, I actually talked about them. I said, oh, and I actually put them up on the screen. I actually put all of these accounts up and I said, these are my previous accounts. I showed replays of myself with some of the world's fastest guys like Grove and all these, and Key and Rory Alexander. I played replays of it. So there was never any time when I was hiding who I was behind. But FearNoGears, he tells everybody that I'm a liar and that I was hiding and I didn't want any. I'd asked him. He told people that I'd asked him to not reveal who I was, but he's saying it was because I was ashamed of my dirty driving and all these other things, and none of that was true at all. But it's fear, keeping the lies going, keeping the narrative going that I'm evil and nasty and dirty and rotten, and I'm none of those things. I absolutely am so proud of the way I've driven over the years. I'm proud of my achievements. Not big-headedly proud of them, but the thing is that I was trying to prove, as I said, that you could be a clean racer and still be successful. But more than anything else, that someone as old as me could do it. And if an old man with bad reactions and poor eyesight can reach A grade being clean, if that can be done, then that gives hope to people who come to the channel who may be C graders and B graders and struggling with the dirty drivers and not know how to deal with them. I desperately wanted to help people, and I said that I would You're considered the clean driver, except for one very big streamer who banned me from his channel. Yeah, well, yeah, you were pretty damn good. You got in those races, and you were faster than some of the fastest big streamers in the world. So you did pretty damn well. But I'll just leave it on the ocean out there. Hopefully we can. Hopefully there might be something happen. I'm just hoping that there's some whales doing something. I'll just move the camera up this way. You know, quite often you'll just accidentally just flick the camera around, and before you know it, bang, a whale will breach right in front. So as I say, look, I just want to encapsulate, and I know there's people watching, and a lot of these people are Fear No Gear supporters, and they keep being told this narrative all the time, and yeah, it's always twisting. And see, this is the problem is this has all been driven by Fear No Gears, and the fella definitely has mental health issues because there's no justification. Even no matter, even if I was the worst, dirtiest Kimi Valentini driver on at Grand Valley, it still doesn't balance out 4 months of harassment, not just from him, but his entire team. Like, how is that a fair and just punishment for just a 1 day event for just one thing? And it isn't that they're doing to some young buck or anything. They're doing it to an old man. Like it's just endless harassment. It's infinite punishment for a finite crime. And Fear loves it. He is an absolute sadistic bully, and he keeps trying to get people to do his dirty work for him. He loves the fact that he's got a team of missiles. He doesn't directly instruct them. He doesn't directly instruct them. You must go and wreck Fronty. But he just, if you actually had a seen what happened after Grand Valley in his next streams, like stream after stream after stream, for hours, he talked about me. I was always in there. He was always talking about me, so fixated on me. This is a
I'm
guy with,
I'm
oh, g'day,
I'm
Carly.
back.
Oh, I'm so
Hey,
pleased you are because I've been talking the ears off these poor people, and I've
yeah,
got
it's
14 people watching there, and a lot of these people do want to know about the Fear No Gears story, and I think a lot of these people wouldn't mind hearing the other side. I know there's people out there who'll be, well, oh yeah, blah blah blah, and they're just looking for stuff to report back to Fear
so
No Gears, and that's
there's
fine.
people in
Hey,
here
can
if
you
I
talk
can.
for a while I go and say
Yeah,
something? Yeah,
sure,
and
absolutely.
maybe talk about our history and talk about when I met you, and uh, you know, just entertain them with some good stories about the stuff that
Well,
we've
I
done
know
together.
how to YouTube, man, and but I'm trying to understand all of this and putting it all together as kind of a I don't know, an opinion, I guess. You guys raced tonight in the same lobby. They did not, come back to wreck you or anything crazy. I'm hoping this is the way it continues and we just all move on. But the thing is there is a rich history. Every video that includes any of us wrecking anyone was a result of aggression.
Yeah,
After many, 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 many times of aggression,
yeah.
um,
I was
and
tracked. I was
accusations.
wrecked 20 times, Carl. I was wrecked 20
Yeah,
times before I fought back even once.
yeah,
I
and
just
and
I
the
just
thing
let them
is
keep doing it to me.
we are just humans. Nobody's perfect. But you push anyone to any point. Rob, you've been around. Kiwi, you guys have been around. For the guys that are watching that aren't commenting, that's fine. We want you guys to understand that.
They
We're
do.
not.
They want to hear
We're
the other
not.
side of the story, Carl. Like
Well,
not
then
all
that's gonna
people.
come.
Yeah, not
That's
all
gonna come
people.
from them. The
No,
other
but the
side of the
thing is,
story.
yeah, no, but listen, hear me out. A lot of the
They
people
just
who
twist it
are,
and turn it on their heads
yeah,
and
but
make
that's
everybody
not
else look
all of
bad.
them. A lot of them
Yeah.
are,
No.
see, a lot of the FBR guys are doing stuff to me in a misguided way. It's not that they're bad people, because a lot of the FBR guys are probably pretty decent blokes. But when you demonize somebody, which is what Fear No Gears has been doing relentlessly, is demonizing me, trying to make it now. anybody who knows their history knows before the Second World
Servers are back
War,
up.
yeah, before the Second World War started, Adolf Hitler rose to power in the political things, and he relentlessly this was a campaign that went on for several years before the Second World War started. He relentlessly campaigned on how the Jewish people were the problem in Germany, and that they needed to have a clean Germany without Jewish people, and he kept demonizing them and demonizing. He dehumanized them. He turned them into the villains so that the rest of general society would be okay with with the Jewish people being destroyed. And that's exactly, and it was to validate and to. A lot of the German people weren't necessarily bad people, but they were constantly told that the Jewish people were the worst in the world by Hitler. FearNoGears is using the exact same technique. He's demonizing me all of the time, and it becomes so normal for people to hear that they all are saying, "Oh, Father Time or Fronty or Ray Scar or any of my other aliases, he's a dirty driver." And but the evidence
Yeah.
says something completely different, and that's why I put it up on the screen all the time. Here's the evidence: dirty drivers don't get clean race bonuses. They just don't. And mine
So
are fantastic.
you are a clean driver. I've never seen you be the aggressor, but we did. I've committed payback incidents, Rob. We all make mistakes and make bad decisions, right? But the fact of the matter is, like I said, if you push anyone to a point, they're gonna pay back. And Fear No Gears himself, not all his people, a lot of his guys, a lot of the people that are following him around like he's Hitler, they're good people, just following. So, and is what it is. But I just want peace, man.
Well, so do I.
But the
But
fact,
sooner or
the,
later,
the, the,
sorry, Carl, go.
the fact is, I've known this guy talking, your host, okay, the YouTuber you're watching right now. I've known this guy long enough to know, you know, that he's willing to help anyone get better. He's willing to basically give everything he has to help other people all the time, which makes him automatically assumed to be a good person. At least in our game, right? Um, and the other thing is this. I was befriended by quite a few people um, that acted like my friend when only certain people were around, but when others were around, they would just follow their leader and be passive aggressive and rude. I'm not saying that's everybody.
No,
So my point is the culture, the environment being created by some of these channels, and it's not just FBR, it's not just Fear No Gears. There's a lot of channels out there that have used extremely passive aggressive tactics, twisting things on their side, making the person that was the victim seem like the bad guy, making the person that made an honest mistake seem like the bad guy, and continuing. Now, there's hours and hours and hours of bragging footage on Fear No Gears' channel of them at some point in recent history of them actually blockading a track, forcing a guy off, continuously knocking him off throughout the whole race well after he's out of the race. These types of things, that's just straight up bullying and it needs to
mm.
go away. So,
Hey,
and it's not
Carl,
just him doing it. Yeah.
I just want to address something. As I said earlier on, I'm the third streamer that he's done this endless
Hey,
harassment of.
Gibbo. Gibbo situation,
Yeah,
terrible.
but what a lot of people don't realize is when I first met Gibbo 304, um, I supported that fella, and I tried to work with him. He was the sort of guy who you really couldn't teach Gibbo anything. He always knew better. But I tried as hard as I could to help him. So much so I offered so much help to him that I ended up buying him a Fanatec DD Pro hub, wheel, and pedals, the whole Fanatec DD package, the 8 Newton meter. I bought a whole package for him and sent it to him in the United States just to support him and his channel. And he was so that was just somebody um, and there's been other stuff in the background. I don't normally talk about it. I've never spoken about it to anybody, but even with there's been something happen in the background with assistance for Papa. Um, anybody. Physics change in update and Ling said, all right. Are we back on? Okay, I'll restart the PlayStation, and because I didn't have it running there, so we'll just leave it on the ocean moment. Yeah, it is
It's
getting
pretty
rather dark.
rapid.
Yeah, it's getting dark outside, so I'll change to the studio where you can see my big ugly mush. Hello.
Hi, Octane. What's going on, Octane? How you doing, man? It's Carl.
There's Octo. High octane racing. Now there's a guy who was
Another victim to FBR.
is he? I didn't realize.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do know that he was getting. I know he was very upset with the way he was getting treated in. He wasn't there for that shit, which is essentially what he said. He just wasn't there for the shit that was going down.
Yeah, it wasn't just fear, you know, but it's been a problem with a lot of people on this on the game.
Yeah, I'm just rebooting the. This should be fantastic fun because I'm going to jump back on race B straight away. And with the times reset, we'll jump straight into a race if we can, which should be great fun here. I'll change the screen over so you can see what's going on in the background. Game plus studio. Yeah, you can see what's going on. It's all fascinating stuff. Well, when the file downloads 2.10 gigabytes and she restarts and everything, well, I'll get racing again. There's a little bit of time left. Um,
I wanted to acknowledge Rob. Thanks for saying hi, man. I hope you're well, sir. Hope everybody's doing well, man. I really do. I'm hoping to be streaming more often again soon. I'm not running from anybody. I'm just too slow to keep up with them all.
but it's all going to be reset. It's all going to be reset, Carl. But look, mate, I know you've had a bit of a headache and stuff like that, so I'm not expecting you to jump in or anything like that. But with no qualifying time set, it should be a bloody hoot to start with. And if there's a physics change, because I've done a few laps around here now, I'll be able to detect what's changed and if it's actually changed for the better. I'm excited to try it, to be honest.
I'm hoping they changed it to where you can't just drive into the dirt and not have an effect on your tires.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
That'd
things.
be great.
Yeah, Octo, I was I didn't know. I do know, Octo, that you had I did catch just a couple of seconds of hearing you say, "I'm not here for this shit" or something like that. It was only just very briefly. Just I didn't actually hear everything, but I knew enough to know that. And then you stopped doing your streams, and I knew that something was broken or something had happened. Um, and I'm sorry if you were getting bashed around and wrecked and all that thing because you don't deserve it. You're not a
Oh,
dirty driver. You're a good
you
guy.
got a comment from Wayne Davies. I'm not sure
Yeah,
if you're
he said
familiar
it's
with
quite
him.
sad. Why pick on
Yeah.
someone? I have watched the previous clip. The guy's a grub racer. Yes, FearNoGears is a absolute grub, but he's worse than that. He's a sadistic bully, and he
You know,
really enjoys it. And
I,
hey, listen, one last thing, Carl. Just one last thing, man. Um,
mhm.
I want him just to keep doing it until people go, till they see him for what he is, because it will change. The tide will turn. People will see him just relentlessly attacking an old man. And sooner or later, people are going to have to say, you know, when is enough enough, Fear? Why do you keep wrecking this guy?
And all supposedly because you were a few miles an hour slower on a turn exit than he was.
Am I allowed, Carl? I just wanted to say, am I allowed to play that the new thing, new
The
update?
trailer, no, it will not.
Right. Okay.
I'm not sure if you should play that on there or not.
All right. I
Honestly, I
didn't.
don't know.
I'll leave that a thing. But oh, hang
I'm
on,
not,
hang on. There might be a race. Yeah, there's a race B on in 9 minutes. I'll be in the next race, guys. The times have been reset. I'm entered, so there will be a bit of right, guys. If anybody hasn't dropped a like or anything, I'd really appreciate any of that sort of support you could give me. it does mean a lot. I don't know. It's something algorithm, something, something, something. I really don't know much about the YouTube side of it. But anybody who knows me knows that I'm not interested in money. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not trying to build a channel to make cash or get anything out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some of us got accused of chasing clout. We're not clout chasers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm doing videos to cash in apparently on FearNoGears. Really?
yeah. Like, no, we don't care if you still can't afford a wheel, man. We don't mind, dude. No, that's shit talking, but we don't care. Like, just run your thing, dude. Do your thing, and we're gonna race clean. If you choose to wreck us, then that's on you guys. And
Right.
make yourselves look silly.
Hang on a sec. I haven't got audio yet at the moment, so just have I? No,
Oh, your
okay.
game audio? Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
I'm not picking up the game audio at the moment, so I'll just have to get rid of the one. What is it? Where is it? Not that one. This one.
Wait, they got a
Maybe.
new track, Caterham. What is that? A new track on the game? You said you've driven it in real life, German? Is he talking about a new track in GT7, maybe?
Yeah, I think they did say they've added a new track. So hang on a sec.
Okay. Yeah, resolving the conflict, the noise, sound.
I got it. I got it.
There it is.
I
Yep.
got it. I got it. Sweet. This will be fun because I haven't done it times. And new physics, 208. Hey, they're pretty slow times. The physics might be a bit weird.
That's a 2 second. That's a 2 second
Yeah,
delta
more than
between.
2 seconds. Yeah.
We'll see if they actually made it a little bit more like real life. Of course, no one would ever run this track in this direction in real life, I don't think. But
I'll let you know what it's like.
because the audio is a little low.
All right, I'll just finish the lap.
Oh, and a new car. Game audio is good now, Wayne. Right on. We appreciate it.
The audio's good. Beautiful. Yeah, it actually feels a little easier.
Is that a Swift up in P1 in the world?
Yeah. It's got fun.
Yeah. A car that was never been raced in real life.
Oh, they do race.
Not in GT4, they don't.
No,
Not in GT4.
No, but there are competition for all this stuff.
Right, of course, just, yeah, MX-5s too, in real life, the Roadsters. I think it does, it looks like one of those kids, like plastic cars, that, I don't know what they call them.
Yeah, the power to the ground feels different. It does feel different. It does feel different, but not necessarily good.
I wonder if natural friction adjustments and stuff, later on done.
I'm going to have to do some homework, but this is exciting. I love it when things are different, when they've changed it up. All right, let's get into it this time. That's a chance to feel it.
Yeah, I wonder if they put any time into the terrible penalties, or lack of. DD Pro has been updated. Nice. there another Fanatec update? Oh, Octane, yeah, Fear, yeah, he just keeps on keeping on. If you guys ever make one mistake near him, he'll just wreck you for the next 6 months, apparently.
Yeah, but like I said, he's just a sinister bully. He's mentally ill. He has issues. Like they're pretty serious issues. Like when you're relentlessly attacking an elderly man and you're goading other people to help you do it, there's something wrong with you. Seriously wrong with you.
Yeah,
Like how can
if
you
you're
do
so
that to an elderly man? Anybody, but how can you do it to an older guy?
if you're so slow, how come he can't just drive past you? Yeah, he's trying to play victim with me. He's trying to say that they were all friendly to me. Well, when I had the issue with Ferrari nuts, I don't know, last week, I guess, I kindly refused to try to let Fear know directly. After I had already let them know, and they were super passive aggressive towards me and just talking to me like I was insane. I told them their friend and their teammate was wrecking me, and they blew me off. So the second time I came on, and I called out all of FBR, which was a mistake. That wasn't true. Said all of FBR is a bunch of turds, this, that, and the other.
They're not all dirty, but there are plenty of
They're not.
ones amongst them.
They're not all dirty, but I was pissed. And when their leader refuses to back up, he calls me a friend, but he didn't want to back me up when I told him I had an issue with one of his guys, which was unknown reasons, right? He just says, well, he just doesn't like you. So he's just toxic, just being a bully. He's been a bully his whole life, most likely.
Oh, he wouldn't have been a bully to me in real life.
Well, I'm saying though, but he's had that. He's gotten away with it. He's gotten away with it. He's gotten away with it his whole life. He's made it very clear of that. No one's ever been able to stop him. So my recommendation to all you guys is, don't just be about it, talk about it, actually be about it, and say something on your platforms. Share the knowledge. Share your opinions. Don't be afraid to be courageous and say, hey, look, this guy's wrong. There's no reporting. Yeah, it's a video game, but we want to enjoy it, right? A lot of people say that they agree, but they don't want to actually put it out on their platforms and in their community, their circles. There's two sides to every wreck. Two sides to every mistake.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind, except I'm not wrecking them. I've never wrecked FearNoGears in this team. I wasn't the one with the problem. It's just been relentless, continuous, and the part that I don't understand is why
they have
do that?
video. They have video of all kinds of stuff, but you've never initiated a wreck.
Yeah, I've definitely wrecked. I've definitely fought back because I'm sick of being harassed and wrecked.
Yeah, that's where the confusion's coming in, though, is we can't deny that we've wrecked them. We've wrecked them by payback, though. That's what I'm getting to.
And it's been endless. It's just been endless harassment. Yeah, Wayne, I definitely would put in and get the hub updated. It'd probably make a world of difference. Yeah, I'm not feeling the love in it at the moment there, Carl. It does the settings it does seem different. Maybe it's more realistic. I don't know, but we'll find out. We'll see.
I'll have to see if I can meet a real life race car drivers and ask him if it's realistic or not. I don't know.
Oh, look, see, Righty's already done 208.4, so he's quite quick in the car.
He's in that Swift.
No, Righty. Rob's in the. He's in the Scirocco too.
Oh, Rob. Okay, our Rob. Gotcha.
Yeah, it does feel a little bit not great at the moment, but I'll just do a race. We'll see how we go, and then we'll have a look at it after. I'll put a little bit of time into it. It's been fantastic, you guys. Yeah, Rob, you're in front of me, man. My game
Good luck.
sounds like it's got two sources. Hang on a sec. My game sound. Hang on a sec. Video. Right,
Good luck, Rob.
Video capture device. There can be only one. Video capture device 2. That's me, I think.
Yeah, your video capture is your camera.
Yeah. My audio is bad though. My game from the boys, that's what I'm getting told. So, look, I'm just going to have to put up with it. I apologise for it this time.
Get it tuned up after this.
Yeah, I'll have a look at it.
There were really only 8 people in that race?
No. There was stacks more. Yeah, audio. Yeah, sorry, man. I know the audio's bad. I'll sort it out after the race. I'm sorry about that, but he came back on. Everything came back on too quickly for me to be smart and get it right.
He said his studio engineer side is coming out. Sorry. Yeah, it's probably because you had to shut the PlayStation off and turn it back on or whatever, and
it's come back
OBS is
it's come in with artificial settings or whatever. But I'm sorry. I apologise for the audio.
So, High Octane, you want to clarify, what game are you going with? Did you make a decision yet? Are you going to be going with LMU or something else? I miss racing with you, man.
Yeah, he's a good fella. I've got a whole stack of races with Octo in it. I've got a whole bunch of them in replays. And he features in a bunch of replays with me. Have some fun. It does definitely feel different. Something definitely different. I'll have to put some time into I've basically got to relearn it. It's kind of nice racing without having to worry about getting wrecked. not that the funny thing is that anybody who knows me knows that I don't actually get worried. I don't actually feel that much about that. I'm lucky that way. I think it's got a little bit to do with some training I got as a snooker player, you know, which required intense concentration for really long periods of time.
Yeah, I think PMR you can actually drive in similar camera views that you can in Gran Turismo, right? It's not just in-car view. Talking to High Octane about PMR.
I've actually got that, you know, PMR. I
Project,
bought that too ages ago.
Project Motor Racing.
I don't think I did anything with it. I don't remember actually driving on it or doing anything.
I'll tell you from personal experience, Octane, going from sim to sim, game to game is tough. So whatever game you pick or whatever sim you pick, try to stick to that, because going back and forth between iRacing and here is not easy. It's yeah, not easy at all.
They're definitely not the same cars. The performance is definitely not the same as before. It actually, if anything, they do feel like they've been depowered.
Just change the bop again.
Yeah, it does feel like they've been detuned. The car does feel like a detuned version of what I was driving before. So maybe that's it. I don't know, but I have no idea what they've done. But it does feel a little bit detuned. That's just my sense. I could be just being young.
What about the details you're feeling in the wheel? Do you think they're lesser or the same?
It feels very similar. Truthfully, it does feel very similar, but slower. Hey, Rob's gonna dine on this for a while, isn't he? Hey? Since when does Rob fucking beat Father Time?
He's killing it. Oh, okay, High Octane. I thought you had a problem. I thought they were also picking on you or trying to bully you. I didn't know why you were leaving for sure. The one thing that I'm trying to remember and remind myself of is that it's not just about sport mode on Gran Turismo. It's also about the public lobby racing that I enjoy.
You'll be closer in time. Everybody will be closer in time to me soon. I'll have to put some time into left, but the Scirocco may not be cutting it anymore.
You're in third.
Although Rob's absolutely fucking smashing Father Time. He's given me a lesson.
Maybe it's because you're not actually on the Father Time account. Maybe it's because you're cutting the horsepower.
Yeah, that's it. No. Give me throw me a freaking bone. Anything. Give me any excuse. Give the old guy an excuse.
Yeah, that's the thing now, Kane. All of us are tired. All of us are tired of it, you know? And none of us want to put up with it. And, for me personally, I feel like I tried to be nice to them because I didn't want to be their enemy, but I'm done doing that. I don't care. If they want to wreck me, they can wreck me. I'm not wrecking them.
So Fear wants you to question your judgment. He thinks that you aligning yourself with me is somehow a bad thing.
But he thinks you brainwashed me. He said that last night. He said you brainwashed me. I said, no, the government did that. I said, no, you just watch both sides of the replay. Like, everybody's showing their perspective on the replays. You have to show both views, both cars, He did on some of them, but that was after the fact. After he tried to pummel you many, many times before you wrecked him. So, it is what it is. Just speaking what
The
I
brakes
saw.
seem a little different too.
Increase
The
the
brakes
scroll
seem to,
speed.
they do, the brakes seem to work
Oh, really?
a little more
Better?
effectively. Well, they seem to brake a little later and be able to brake a little later and still maintain some traction. But I tell you what, a lot of guys look like they're struggling in those other cars. The Citroen looks like it's struggling. The Megane isn't, burning the house down. And it's a couple of three FF cars. Ironically, it's the A's in the field that are winning. All right, well, look, um, I don't imagine you guys want to watch these sort of standard races. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll have a look at the audio there, and just try and figure out where the problem is. Hang on, let me get some lighting going too.
It, it is coming up on 3 a.m., so the U.S. servers are going to die out. They already have, it looks like.
Yeah. Look, people aren't going to be on there, so I'm not going to bore the living shit out of you or race around in shitty. Not people aren't shitty, but I mean in the standards. I don't care about DR. It's a junk account.
Nice P2, Rob. Nice
Yeah, well
P2.
done. Yeah, good stuff. All right. Okay, I'm not going to worry about doing the live on YouTube thing. I appreciate you guys. So let me change the camera a bit.
Hey, what is that? That thing that you just got, that clean race bonus? I've never seen that before. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be him turning on his friends. I think it's going to be his friends turning on him.
I think after a while, people will see FearNoGears for what he is.
Yep.
I am going to continue making a few videos. I have a couple of videos to make, which will get people thinking. Um, we need to draw attention to the fact that this is systemic, but it is repeated behavior. Like picking on two streamers, it could be a coincidence, but three, it's a fucking pattern. It's a pattern. It's a pattern of abuse and attack. He attacked Viking Wolf relentlessly on his channel, a guy with mental health issues, and this creep kept doing the same thing over and again, wrecking the guy, sending the guy into hysterics. And he thought it was the funniest thing in the world to torture another human being. But that was FBR on his own. And then he did the same thing to Gibbo 304, relentlessly wrecking a guy. But it was only FBR. It was only FearNoGears on his own. He didn't have any allies to wreck Gibbo, and he just relentlessly wrecked this guy. So much so that Gibbo was making videos about FearNoGears needs to be taken out of the game. FearNoGears needs to be punished for his things. We need to do something about FearNoGears, because he was such a blatant bully and wreck artist. Now that's two streamers. Then he attacks me, and that was 4 fucking months ago, and the harassment continues. It's a fucking pattern. He's a serial, sadistic bully. That's all he is. He's a fucking bully. And if it had been in the real world and he was standing in front of me, he would fucking shit his pants. Even at my age, I'd still, or I'm not going to say what I would do, but you can rest assured it'd be a fiery fucking encounter. And he would never dare say a fucking word to me in the real world. Doesn't matter I'm this age. Any damn age. I would never have tolerated him doing that to me. And I know that in the real world, he wouldn't have he wouldn't have any of that to do it with. He would have shit
Yeah,
his pants.
they're like almost like sixth graders or something with that octane. I agree. I think it's funny and entertaining until everybody starts turning on them. Then it stops being funny, and it's no longer convenient for them to sound.
Yeah.
Um,
Sooner or later, people are going to see it, Carl. They're going to see him for what he is. a
Well,
serial
yeah.
abuser, and he
I hope
keeps
that they
using
or
this.
I hope they come forward and say something. Start a channel, post a video here and there. And
I just think that the evidence will be if people drift away from that style of rubbish, that style of abuse and attacks, because he uses lies, he misconstrues everything, and he puts meaning. He tells people what other people are thinking when they're driving, but he has no conception of his own disgusting behaviors, and he forgives it instantly. In fact, he doesn't even mention it when he wrecks people. I've seen him wrecking people, and I've got some videos of him wrecking people within races, and he blithely goes on without even mentioning it. Not even a word. He just goes on as if it's his right just to push someone off track and then keep going. And he's done it so many times. So I've had my say about him, and anybody can watch the stream and they can hear what I've had to say about Fear No Gears. But the guy is a sick person, and I just want people to bear in mind how much is enough. Like, how much punishment do I have to endure for what happened on just one day?
I think he likes the attention too, though. I think he actually is the one chasing clout.
Just the molester. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for popping into the stream. I didn't know that the server was going to change, and but I'm pleased that a lot of people have had the chance to come in and have a listen to the other side of the story. There will be some more videos, and you'll be able to see some things a little more clearly, and see some of the abuse that I think FBR Northern. Oh, can you believe the videos of him? But FBR Northern, he's this guy is a Christian. He has Christian literature all written all over the back of his car, and he does anything but act as a Christian. Forgiveness is not something in his vocabulary. He just doesn't understand forgiveness. 4 months later, his God tells him to be forgiving, but this guy doesn't live the Christian life. He claims to be a devout Christian, but doesn't live it. And his God would not be happy with him attacking an old man relentlessly. He'd have to
Kiwi.
say to him, his God would
Kiwi.
have to say to him, why do you keep doing this to this old man? Why do you keep harassing and hitting him? Haven't you hit him enough times? How many times do you have to bash him? Do you need to see blood coming out? Or do you need to try and break him to the point where he breaks down in tears on camera and then doesn't fucking stream anymore? And then you'll be happy? Is that what you want, Fear? Fear no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Northern I'm addressing there. But is that what you want? To break me down and to stop me from streaming? You don't want me to be clean because I am. I've always been clean. You don't want that though. That's just your cover story. You're a weak, weak man. And it saddens me that I have to put up with this stuff, but you aren't going to break me. That's
Yeah,
not
there's not
happening.
going to be any of
It's not happening.
the same repetitive,
No.
over response that you may have gotten
Yeah.
out of other streamers.
Yeah. There's no, like, it doesn't matter how many times you scumbags wreck me. I'm not going to give you any more fuel. You're never going to see me wreck you in return because you're just going to try and make videos of it. But I'm not going to give you any more ammunition. You just keep wrecking me, and people will see you for what you are, fucking bullies. So that's me having my little fucking rant, and I actually feel better for having vented there about that, about having, there's lots more to say, but I'm not going to worry about it too much anymore.
Yeah, I'm
But I am going to
curious
make
right
some
now.
videos.
Yeah, right. I'm curious right now to see what happens if I ever get a decent qualifying time on this game again, and I can actually race with them. I want to see how they treat us up front.
Rob's just set himself a new time. Yeah, after the stream goes up, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to chat with my great mate here, Carl, and we're going to have a little chat after the stream ends. But
Good job, Rob. Good job.
yeah, let me say thank you. I'm going to take these headphones off in this so I can finish the stream, Carl. But I do want to say thank you to Carl Thank you, mate, for giving some commentary in the background, adding some colour to the stream, and I do enjoy racing with you when we race together, even when you're behind me.
Shots fired.
Yeah,
I've been behind you
I
for.
much prefer it
Yeah.
when you're in front of me. You know, like,
So we need more Mount Panorama GT4 racing. Mount Panorama is about the only place I can fight
yeah.
at the top of the top split.
So
But
GK to all of you guys, and so thank you, Carl, to all of you guys who popped in, and to the haters and everything. At least you've had a chance to hear the other side of the story. And just remember this: all of the incidents that happened since Grand Valley were initiated by FBR. I never went out to hit anybody, and I never set out to hit Fear No Gears. I didn't
I
set
got
out to hit anybody.
yeah.
It's all been one-way traffic. And the videos you see of me retaliating, that's after being wrecked relentlessly by FBR guys. But these are the things they won't tell you. But
I got to say one more thing, if I
go,
can.
go, go, go. Yeah, please, please.
Hi, mom. All right, I'm done.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. And I hope to see you all again. Thank you, Rob. Congratulations, Octo, GK, and you, Carl, to all the people who popped in, and Wayne. It's been an absolute bloody pleasure and a much better stream than I ever thought it was going to be, and a lot more people in here than I thought were going to be in here. And thank you. You've given me a chance to have my say, and in the comments, see, I don't even have it as subscriber mode only, so I let people, have their say.
Yep. And remember, race clean or get dirty. Race, race
Hang
clean
on.
or get dirty. Everyone.
Does it does it look does it look beaten up and very second hand?
It does look worn.
McFucking McFucking oath it does. Have a look. Have a look where I've worn through
Oh my god.
the rubber into the hard plastic under with my hand. This is why my hands are bandaged underneath the thumbs. That's
You
why
think
they're
that
bandaged
you
because of the shear. I've got huge calluses where it just tears into my thumbs, and I'm an old man with soft, papery old skin. And can I afford another wheel? Yeah, I've got fucking new wheels up in the cupboard.
Oh, AJ says who's second in World Daily B right now?
All right, all right, all right. Let me go and have a look. Who's second in World Daily B? Fucking I got to give these guys their due. Let me change to the game. I'll get it up on the screen.
Wayne, he's had two DD Pros in the time I've had one. You
Look
you
at
would think
this.
the wheel you would think the wheel's been out for 10 years.
Have a look at it. The right stuff with the replay. Eighth in the world. Way to go, Rob. Ando. Superb stuff, man. Superb stuff. Mate, if you would not let them in your house, never let them in your head. Yeah, well,
That's
you know,
fair.
they like the reason I like to think that some of the reason that things worked out for me in life, uh, especially financially and stuff like that, um, I like to think that um, it was because I was a decent human being and life rewarded me for being a decent human being. Um, I'm in a very privileged position, but up until I was 50 years old, I was a blue collar worker on $45,000 a year. That's Australian, 45,000. 48,000 was my $48,000 Australian, which was like 30, about 38, 40,000 American at the time. And that was my best job up until I was 50. It wasn't until the last 11 or 12 years that I worked into my 60s that I made some money and I made a couple of decent decisions when it come to. It all changed after I became a train driver. So life turned around for me then after I got a job train driver, went out to the west, did a few years Western service, and one thing led to another, and I ended up with a very well-paying job driving the world's biggest, heaviest trains over in West Australia, or close to the or equal worlds, whatever, the big motherfucker trains. And I got very well paid for that, and I made a few good decisions after that, and then life turned out pretty well. So got to be happy with that. Oh, look, everything's the Elantra. I thought the Elantra might do something, to be honest. Look at the time the old mate with the Elantra's put down. I was actually going to, funny enough about the Elantra, I actually was going to go and do some laps in the Elantra a few hours back. I thought, hang on, I haven't tried the Elantra here. And I was going to put it in there, and I thought, this thing might
Um,
actually be pretty towy. But we're back at 205.8. I think that was around similar to what the times were, wasn't it? That was Carl. Correct me if I'm wrong. About
yeah, it was in the
205.8.
205s. Yeah,
Is that around about what the world titles were?
I think so. I'm pretty sure mid 205s, mid to high.
Am I off? Am I off the
S-
darts now? Uh,
Swanee's here. I
oh
want to
yeah, g'day,
see,
Swanee. How you doing?
something that he says Caterham. GK said Caterham has so many mod options. I wonder what that's about. Maybe we should look at that.
What is it? In which one?
The new
What?
track Caterham. So if you go to the World Circuits, see if you
Yeah.
can
Okay.
find Caterham.
Okay. I'll change it. I'll
Get him to
change to the
change it.
game. I was going to call the stream, but I will go on. It is only right that I should look at this new circuit. Go to World Circuits. It's probably been added there, eh?
Yeah, it should be. I don't know what continent that's on, but
No, no, but we'll have a quick look, see if we can find something. It'll say new on one of them, on the heading. It should have new, shouldn't it? Written there somewhere.
mm, yeah,
Mm,
there's if there's a new track, it should show up on the map as new emblem, whatever.
but there's nothing there. 15 out of 15.
Oh,
Let's see.
Caterham's a card on a track. It's a card on a track.
Ah, not
Okay.
a track. Okay, okay. Cat-Am is a car, not a track. Is it a Group 3, a Group 4? Is it a new race car, or is it just a new car that one of the new cars they've added?
Yeah, never heard
Anyway,
of it.
it is. It's been a good 3 hour stream. There's been fantastic engagement, and like I'm going to say, thanks very much, Swanee, for dropping in. AJ, thank you, and it's been so many mod options. All right, no,
No,
not
I
a
don't.
new track.
I,
No,
I
no, it's
don't
not.
think I was mistaken. I didn't know Caterham was a car. I thought it was a track. That was my mistake, AJ. Congratulations on your top 10 time, AJ. That's you, right?
Cater, Cater, oh,
Caterham.
Cataram. All right, that'll be Cataram. Yeah, if you're Aussie, you've got to slide it all and slur it all up. Cataham,
Hmm.
I guess. Actually, Cataham sounds right. Or Caterham, Caterham or Cataham. All right, I will see
Take
you
care,
all
guys.
again. And Carl, hang around a few minutes, and I'll talk to you through. I don't know if we're going to
Uh,
stay. Will we stay connected through Discord after I finish? We may still be able to chat.
yeah, it'll still be on the PC, or you can move over to PlayStation. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well,
Good
if I
stream.
lose you,
Good stream.
man, if I lose you, I'm going to chat to you on the PlayStation the way we normally do. So thank you,
Yeah.
everybody. Thank you very, very much. Hang on, so I'm just going to change that to the studio. You can see the happy guy going. See you later. Oh, Viz, hey, the big V's popped in right at the last minute. Sorry, Viz. You're just going to have to rewind some of the stream to find the highlights. And boy, oh boy, didn't I talk some shit for a while. But it was
Hmm.
um, it was pretty damned interesting. It's been a good stream. I've really enjoyed it. I feel better because I've used this stream to have a bit of a vent to express my frustrations at being harassed endlessly. And so I feel a bit better. I feel like I've emptied out. Um, I feel like I've emptied out. All right. But thank you very much, guys. And V, I will talk to you next time. The stream is just coming to an end now. So, Carl, I will catch up to you in a minute and we'll see if we get cut off from Discord. See you later, everybody.
Yes,
Bye.
sir. Thanks for having us.